and welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Steve Van Eiderstein. Thank y'all for joining me today as we go through and do the reading for March 19th of James Allen's Daily Meditations. I'm looking forward to it. Just as always, looking forward to it because it's just been some fantastic readings lately. I do want to preface this with my allergies are acting up, it seems, and it's my voice could seem a little nasal, so if it does, I apologize. Hopefully it'll clear up relatively quickly. I usually don't get allergies very badly, so something must have just came in into the environment that body's adjusting to. So I apologize if it does sound a little nasally, or if I sneeze, or you're gonna blow my nose. So I apologize for that ahead of time. So, but here we go. This will be fresh to you and fresh to me. This is March 19th reading of James Allen's Daily Meditations. So we get my genuine response, reactions, observations, and what I relate to about the reading. So here we go. The diadem of the King of Truth is a righteous life. His scepter, the scepter of peace, and his throne is in the hearts of mankind. In every heart there are two kings, but one is a usurper and a tyrant. He is named Self, and in his thoughts and deeds are those of lust, hatred, passion, and strife. The other, the rightful monarch, is named Truth, and his thoughts and deeds are those of purity and love, meekness and peace. Brother, sister, to what monarch dost thou bow? What king hast thou crowned in thy heart? Well, is it thy soul if I can't say? Well, is it with thy soul if thou canst say, I bow down to the monarch of truth? In my innermost heart I have crowned the King of Peace. Blessedness indeed, and immortal shall he be who shall find in the inward and heavenly places the King of righteousness, and shall bow his heart to him. Power resides in a blamelessness of heart. All earthly things are symbols. Wow. It's quite a reading today. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The Old English was a little bit rough for my speaking today, so I apologize for that. But I have to agree with this one just overall right at the front end, right? Like, what do you serve? Who do you serve? Who you serve is your God. What you serve is your God. I believe that. I really actually do believe that. So, to pose the question in this one is, I think, a very relevant and needed thing to be done. So, let's go ahead and we can get into it. And it's talking about what the King of Truth will provide here, or what he has, what his characteristics are. The diadem of the King of Truth is a righteous life. His scepter is the scepter of peace, and his throne is in the hearts of mankind. So, the legacy of the King of Truth is a righteous life. His scepter, the scepter of peace, what he wields is peace, and his throne is in the hearts of mankind. You have to hold that within your soul, in your heart. He goes on to say, in every heart there are two kings. I love the characterizations here. One is this usurper and the tyrant. He is named Self, and his thoughts and deeds are those of lust, hatred, passion, and strife. And that's true. I feel it's been part of my experience is that these, whenever I'm being self-serving and I'm using my will to serve my own selfish ends and selfish deeds, There's part of me, or these are the common thoughts that I have. These are the common things that, or one of the common themes of my thoughts. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Of lust, hatred, passion, and strife. When I am serving myself, those are generally along the lines that my thoughts are. Some more obviously those things than others, but most can be boiled down to that. Now we have the other side. The rightful monarch. So the rightful person, the rightful way of life, the rightful person, deity, entity, being, ideal to be in service to, right, is named truth. And his thoughts and deeds are those of purity and love, meekness and peace. Purity and love, meekness and peace. What beautiful things those are to strive for. What a amazing way to live, right? Purity, love, meekness, and peace. Brother, sister, to what monarch dost thou bow? This is a real question, right? Like, these neat questions need to be asked as well. This is not... and the thing is, everyone's going to want to say, well, of course. Well, maybe not, actually. Some people might be proud of their service to self. But if you really stop and take a look, what do your actions show that you serve? What do your thoughts show that you serve? What are you thinking about most of the time? Yourself? Or how to serve others and how to serve God? Because you can't do both. You're either serving yourself or God. There's no in between. So which one do you serve? Which monarch dost thou bow? The king hast thou crowned. What king hast thou crowned in thy heart? Who are you serving? Who sits on the throne of your heart? Who sits at the focal point of your life? Well, is it with thy soul? Well, okay, let me read this again. Excuse me for the stumbling over the words today. Well, is it with thy soul if thou canst say? So if you can't say this, I believe that's what it's saying. I bow down to the monarch of truth. In my innermost heart, I have crowned the King of Peace. So he's saying, is it really in your soul if you can't say this? That's what he's saying here. So if you can't say that I bow down to the monarch of truth in the innermost heart, and in my innermost heart I have crowned the King of Peace, can you say you're serving truth? If you can't say that proudly and boldly, are you really doing it? And that's a genuine question you have to ask. Blessed indeed and immortal shall he be who shall find the inward and heavenly places, the King of righteousness. Shall find in... Okay, let me read that again. I apologize. Blessed indeed and immortal shall he be who shall find in the inward and heavenly places the King of righteousness, and shall bow his heart to him. So when you search yourself for truth, when you search yourself for the actual truth of situations, right? You'll find, if you do the introspection, if you do the actual inventorying and soul searching and the meditations, and you do this actual spiritual work, you will find in those inward and heavenly places the King of righteousness. You'll find this truth is good. But But if you, this is kind of a two-part thing, actually, reading it. So, blessed indeed and immortal shall he be, who shall find. So who does this work and finds the King of righteousness, the truth, the monarch of truth, the good, and shall bow his heart to him. So, the blessed and immortal shall be he who does the work and serves the work. Right? Who finds truth and serves truth. Finds love and serves love. It's not enough to just find it. You have to aspire to it. You have to put in the effort to be it. If you don't, and you knowingly turn your back on it, that's a level of selfishness that can be very painful for yourself and those around you. And you'll always have that thought in the back of your head if you walk away from the truth. If you've seen it and you leave it, you will always feel a sense of being disconnected. That was my experience. And he ends it with, power resides in the blamelessness of heart. All earthly things are symbols. Power resides in the blamelessness of heart, meaning that when you're pursuing truth, when you're living a spiritual way of life, and you're serving, as he says, the monarch of truth in this, right? Be of service to good, God, and however you want to phrase this, society. And you have a blamelessness of heart. Like you have genuine good intention. Your heart's coming from a loving place. You're doing these things on a non-self-centered basis. There's power in that. Because you don't have to hide yourself. You don't have to run away from these things. It's a incredible amount of freedom to be in that spot. And then all earthly things are symbols. Everything here is temporary. And everything that we surround ourselves with are just symbols of what we actually care about. Symbols of what we are doing. Symbols of who we are. Because the outer does not make the inner. The inner makes the outer. Right? So what does it show you that you are? What does it symbolize? So, all right. Well, that was a great reading today. Really makes you beg the question of who are you serving, right? Which master do you serve? Self or truth? So good luck on your journey today, and I hope anyone that hears this does ask themselves that question. As if you don't have an immediate answer to it, it's definitely something you should explore. So I'll look forward to the 20th tomorrow, and we can go from there. So until next time, thanks.